All right, so my first question is, there are 337 Stewart's locations across New York, but what one is your favorite?
I'm not allowed to have a favorite. So
Come on.
I don't know. It's like kids. You can't have a favorite. So, but since we try to always be closer to you, whichever one is closest is my favorite. So today, right now, this is my favorite Stewart's, and as I drive along, whichever one is closest to me will be my favorite as I go.
What is Stewart's most sold item?
The number one product that we sell is actually a cup of coffee by a long shot. You know, we do millions of those a year.
Millions of cups of coffee.
Millions of cups of coffee a year. But it is interesting, you know, another cool little tidbit. Christmas Day would be the top selling day for pet food of the whole year and toilet paper.
Really?
Two things that you're not doing without, and we're the only place open.
Wow, that's really interesting. What does it take to get the perfect scoop of ice cream? You must be a professional at this by now.
The perfect scoop requires making sure that the ice cream is at the right temperature. And when they screw it up in a shop, it is usually because we don't have the temperature adjusted properly in the cooler, which gets even harder because different flavors have different melt points. But when you take it out of your freezer at home, sometimes you leave it on the counter to get it a little soft so it's easier to scoop. Then when you go back and put it back in the freezer, it gets kind of grainy. Secret to that, eat it faster.
I can do that, honestly. When I was in 4th grade, I used to eat Stewart's black raspberry ice cream for breakfast every day. My parents did not ask any questions. I was just built on ice cream. That might be why I stopped growing.
No, I'm sure that's not it.
I don't know.
That couldn't be it, because that
can-
had to have been good for you. One other thing to try is, and this is something for any of your viewers to try. When I was a kid, growing up in the ice cream business, we would have oatmeal and a scoop of ice cream on top. Think about oatmeal. What do you put on top? Cream and sugar. What's in ice cream? Cream and sugar. A little scoop of maple walnut ice cream on top of a bowl of oatmeal. It's delicious.
Breakfast of champions, people. He knows what
Indeed.
he's talking about. I want to start with your least favorite ice cream flavor at Stewart's.
Yeah, well, I've already told you, I'm not supposed to have favorites. Least favorite I'll give you. I can't stand cotton candy ice cream.
I kind of had a feeling you were going to say that.
I mean, way too sweet. I don't even like cotton candy.
No.
So cotton candy ice cream tastes like cotton candy, so definitely way too sweet for me.
What's your favorite?
It varies, and like I said, I'm not supposed to have a favorite. I mean, chocolate peanut butter cups a go-to, cherry vanilla's a go-to. Our pistachio gelato, which is only available in pints, is a really good flavor too. I really like that one. But
All right, if you're going on a road trip, obviously you're stopping at Stewart's and getting some go-to snacks. What's on your list?
well, always on the road trip, peanut butter and butter hard roll, preferably on a wheat hard roll.
Okay.
I will usually grab a Vichy and or a coffee. Sometimes I'll go with the sweet and salty car cup.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. I haven't taken a good road trip since we introduced the chocolate covered almonds, but they might be on my next road trip.
I didn't even know you had those, and now I need them. We have a little bit of a debate on 2 Buttons Deep. Where does upstate New York begin? So we've asked people all across the state at all different types of events. Jack thinks upstate New York is wherever you can find a Stewart's.
Jack is a smart man. That's the way I always describe it. It starts where Stewart starts.
When was the last time you went a couple buttons deep on Mountain Brew?
Yeah, well, I'm more of a wine guy than a beer guy, but I would say Super Bowl Sunday, I probably had one more button deep than I should have been if I was going to be driving.
All right, we've got Mountain Brew on the table because there's been a little debate about the third man on the can. Is he puking, Gary?
The third man is in the eye of the beholder. Having my name on over 300 liquor licenses in the state of New York, I'm not sure that I would say that the third man is puking, but I would not argue with somebody who said he was.
I think what we can agree on is that the third man is more than 2 buttons deep, and as we like to say, anything more than 2 buttons deep is best left off the internet.